How's it going, kiddos? Handsome Jack Boy here, bringing you guys a very special Borderlands 1 video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys all of the locations for the special chest in the Abandoned Badlands. Now, to you guys that don't know, the Abandoned Badlands is a custom DLC for the PC version of this game, and not only is it a new area to explore, but there's also custom weapons that you can find as well, including uniques, legendaries, and pearlescents, all of which I've actually covered on my channel. But there's also this special chest that can spawn within the DLC that is really rare and has a guaranteed chance to contain Abandoned Badlands legendaries, and if you're lucky, you'll get a pearlescent. Now, the pearlescent can be either a vanilla game one or a custom one. I haven't had much luck with the pearlescents. I've only managed to get a Undertaker, but it always does contain custom legendaries. But what you're seeing on the screen is a old montage of me farming the special chest, but at the time I only knew of one of the locations that it can spawn. But shout out to Mr. Grimjow for showing me where the rest of the locations are of the chest. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So as you can see, I have a map up on the screen of the Abandoned Badlands. And within the DLC, there are 6 bosses you can fight, 2 of which are pretty much right next to each other. And from what I've noticed, there is a special chest near each of these bosses. And in total, there are 5 different locations. Now, the one that I'm going to show you first is the closest one to the spawn point, basically where you enter the DLC from, which by the way is at the orange circle right there on the map. But the actual location of the chest is going to be within the yellow circle. So right here I'm showing you where exactly it's at from the spawn point. So you just make your way over to where Jackal is. There's normally a gate there that blocks off the entrance, but if you just go up to it, it will automatically open for you. But if you're lucky, the chest is going to be right here, making this the best location to farm since it's right next to the spawn. So the only thing you really have to worry about are the bandits, which can be a pain to deal with considering that they're pretty much right there. Now, the next location is basically going to be where Sideshow is, which is another one of the bosses. So you're going to want to make your way over here to where he's at. Now, there's a little trick which I've actually shown off in the past. There's basically an easier way that you can get to Sideshow. You don't have to fight through the hordes of bandits to get to him. So what you do is instead of going over to where you would normally get to Sideshow, you make your way over here and there's a rock that you can glitch through, and it pretty much bypasses most of the bandits, if not all of them, that lead up to Sideshow. So from here, you just want to take the elevator up to him, and the location at which the special chest can spawn is right next to where he spawns, so if it does spawn, it's pretty easy to spot. The only thing you have to worry about here is, of course, Sideshow himself. Sometimes he could be a real pain in the ass, especially if he spawns that's a level 79. At least I think that's the level, but in that case, you have to be really cautious because he can take you down in a couple hits. Now, the next location is where Bubba is located, so right there on the map. But instead of being where you'd think it would be at the top of the tower, it's actually right below the tower. It's going to be right behind a sign that says Bubba on it. As soon as you enter the encampment, at least from where I entered it, you'll see the sign right away and possibly the chest if you get it to spawn. So this next one is going to be near Mega Steve, so right there within the circle. And this one in particular is the most trickiest one to get to because of the sheer amount of bandits in this area. So what you're going to want to do is do what I'm doing here and just book it to where the chest is going to be, or at least where it has a chance to be. But as long as you keep running, as soon as you enter the area, you should be fine. There is a checkpoint that you saw me hit there, which I'd recommend grabbing just in case you do die. It's nice to have so you don't have to go all the way back. But anyways, the chest is going to be right here if it does indeed spawn. And last but not least, we have the last location, which is going to be right there. And that's also where the bosses Rod and Shag are as well. Now, this was the location which I had already known about and have shown you guys before. It's also the same one where you saw me farm the special chest at the beginning of the video. But it's basically right over here where Rod and Shags reside at the top of this little tower. As you can see, a staircase comes down. You get close enough to the tower, that will basically allow you to get up here. And the chest itself, if it spawns, will be right within the center of the platform. And since it's right there in plain sight, it's obviously very easy to spot. But there you guys have it. Those were the 5 different special chest locations. And apart from that, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe for more. And I'm out of here. Peace!